What's up, guys? My name is Zach Isha. I'm the owner and founder of Webvio Web Development. We're going to be looking at this client site today. I'm just going to briefly walk you guys through it. Hopefully, you can take away a few things from it. It's a Webflow to Shopify conversion using the Udesly adapter. So this is a southern-based California brand, a little boutique store for youth hats. And again, the reason for this video, there's not a lot of information out there on the Udesly adapter, and the information in the videos that Udesly have created were god awful, and the adapter documents are very hard. We've been seeing a lot of need and requests for this in the community. I highly encourage you to join the Udesly Facebook group. I'm active in there. There's a lot of people who helped me out in this build. To be honest, the best way to kind of learn this and pick this apart is look at the Udesly adapter templates and just kind of copy and paste and reverse engineer those into your project. That's what we did here. It was a simple e-commerce project. There's only a 7-product SKU, so nothing too crazy. But I'm just going to show you a few tips and tricks that hopefully help and can inspire a few cool things you can do with this conversion. To preface this video, I don't know any code. I'm only exclusive to Webflow. So this whole project, everything you're seeing was done without a single line of code. It will be a little bit more advanced video. I'm just going to kind of, go in with the mindset assuming you've kind of dove into this. If you do have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. I'll leave my contact information below. I've done a few consulting calls on just Shopify, Webflow to Shopify conversions, so feel free to reach out to me there. Be happy to help because I know how tough it was to get started going ahead and doing this, but the client was extremely happy. So that's what I want you guys to take away from this: is it can be done and it can be done right. They went off and they did about $2,000 in sales their first month after launch. Their first 2 weeks it was after launching. So we're super happy with that. And it was just a super simple website, but they got all the features they wanted. They got their design exactly how they wanted it to be. They weren't, too happy with the free templates, as we see. So obviously, there's a lot of good reasons to use, the customization of Webflow and then link it back to Shopify. What I will say is the process did get a little bit tedious. We'll dive in. So let me just kind of walk you guys through the site, the finished site. So this was kind of the biggest, workaround we had to tackle. Everything is kind of templated. So if you want custom interactions like this, I'll give you, I'll show you how we built it, and hopefully that will kind of, click in your brain on how you could tackle some more complex customization with this. So that was a homepage. This is their product SKU. Very simple. They really just wanted to focus on, high quality product images and content. But again, they're killing it. Very simple product page. We're working on, getting reviews and more things to increase their conversion. So now let's go into Webflow. I'll show you kind of how we built it. Just call out a few things. So first things first, what you're going to see here is, you only have the home link here, and that's because it's dynamic. So this navigation link here has a custom attribute main menu, and if we go into their Shopify admin and navigation here, we'll see that this main menu has home, shop, about, and contact. So that'll automatically populate once you convert the store over. So there's no need to come in here in Webflow and link that as long as this custom attribute is linked up properly. So I know a lot of people were kind of struggling on that one. Same thing with the footer. Same principle goes there. So let's scroll down here. So you'll see it looks a lot different. This is just templated, and then everything gets linked back on the Shopify side of things to kind of go live. So let me show you how we built this. So this is an absolute overlay with the link and then the hover image with an opacity overlay effect. Or excuse me, I guess I should say hover effect. And then this section right here is called, we need to name it the product section, the homepage product section. And we made this section dynamic. So how we did that is the custom attribute section. Once you label it section, it'll automatically make it dynamic in Shopify, and you can name it whatever you want. There's no right or wrong answer there. It doesn't have to be exact. So we just called it homepage hats because it was obviously intuitive for our client. Then we threw a container in here, and each individual div block inside the container is its own separate entity linking to that product. So it'll make more sense when I show you guys in the Shopify. But again, we have that absolute link with the hover image, and then this div block underneath it holds the title of the product and the price of the product. And again, on the Webflow side of things, it's just templated. So I'll show you the custom attributes here: option, text, and then product name 1, product name 2, product name 3, so forth, and then this one, product text, price 1, and then it goes on again, price 2 for these. You have to name them individually. You can't just say price, just price. It's too generalized, and then it'll only link to one. So it'll make more sense once we go on the Shopify editor here. So we're on the home page here. Homepage hats is what you saw section, and then you'll see each custom attribute we gave has a different name, so we can. And that's what I was talking about with the general. If we just called it product name for each one, it would only show one time, and then it would just give that value to every single entity and div block. So we have pink baby trucker, we can name it, and then the price we just kind of call out there. And then we have the hover image, which is the overlay image with the opacity hover effect on it, and then the featured image, and we can upload these right from the Shopify end of things. And then at the very bottom here, we have the link, which we can link it to that actual product on the Shopify side of things. So hopefully that makes sense, and it's kind of a workaround for when you do have a collection and you want maybe an interaction to be different, or it's always best just to make the section dynamic and then go on the Shopify editor and kind of link and upload your own product photos to kind of get the look and feel that you want. So hopefully that makes sense. I know I kind of went through it fast. If you want me to take a look at your project, and if I can be of any assistance to you, again, just put my contact information below. So to actually get your project to convert on the Shopify Udesly adapter, the pages you'll need are called out here in the docs. So the index is just the home page. You will need the cart, the blog. We don't have a blog on this client site. We just built it in Webflow. And then all you have to do is add the custom attributes, and then the adapter will be happy. And it'll still go through default or the template, and then obviously your collection and products. So these are the only pages that you need to have the adapter work. If you're missing any of them, the adapter will not go through. And the adapter is fairly good. It will tell you what problems you have and where, and what you need to fix. So if you do upload it and it doesn't convert successfully, then it'll call out what areas you need to go back and revisit. Maybe you have a customer attribute spelled wrong or not correct. But again, just use the Udesly templates for reverse engineering, copy and pasting, and then you can just kind of style that how you want it. All right, so here we are at the product page. I know a lot of people get a little bit stuck on the product page, so I'm just going to walk through the custom attributes needed. So right away, we have the main image here, the attribute item featured image, and then underneath here is actually a collection with a light box, and then inside, again, this is all templated, but we have item equals product images. And by adding that light box feature under here in a div block underneath the main image here, the adapter will go ahead and do that and link it up perfectly in Shopify. So again, here's the final site, and then we click that and it shows up there. You can add the scroll navigation here too. In this particular case, we just did it, and it looks very good on mobile as well. Moving on here, the item title, item price. You don't need a custom attribute on the add to cart button. Again, the adapter is pretty smart. So it knows things like that just automatically. And then I always recommend adding this rich text block here as your description. Some people just add a div block, which is fine too. But we just went ahead and did the rich text. So very simple product page. And then if you do want to add apps and plugins and things like that, for the most part, they do connect pretty well with Webflow custom sites. Sometimes you have to work with the specific apps development team to kind of get around maybe some hiccups you experience. But again, like I said before, we're looking to add reviews here too. For social share icons, this is something that was important to the client. Let me show you how we custom attributed. So it's on a link. So social equals Twitter, and that's on the actual link block there. And then social equals Facebook. If you have any questions at all, I know I just kind of ran through a few things, but I just wanted to, create a little bit of content around this and hopefully help someone out. I think with the custom homepage section I walked you guys through, and the linking should help a lot of people out because it makes sense to do everything in Webflow, but you have to remember to make it kind of all come to life. There is a lot of back-end linking on Shopify that you need to do. So I appreciate you guys taking the time and watching the video. Leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to help out. And again, if you need any help at all, just reach out to me. Thanks, guys.